Holy shit, I am psyched for this episode.
Woo!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Let's Talk Musique.
I am JR.
I'm Ty.
And we're wearing ties.
We are.
Yeah, for a certain reason.
We are.
But first,
this episode is brought to you by West Coast Guitars at 2741 East Hastings Street in beautiful British Columbia. Guys, if you want to shred like the lead guitarist of this band we're about to dive into, okay, you want to get yourself some thick necks and some amazing amps and gorgeous guitars and accessories, gig bags. They got even their picks are goddamn gorgeous, man. We absolutely love these guys. You need to get your asses down to West Coast Guitars, 2741 East Hastings Street in Vancouver, British Columbia. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the show. Jay!
Woo!
Oh,
we are.
what?
This is a big one. I mean, as all the others, we're always excited, blah, 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 cliche, but this one is better.
We are doing
AC/DC. Yeah.
I'm so jacked.
If you couldn't tell from our awesome ties.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't have the full school outfit on.
I was going to wear the shorts, but you advised against it because of the angle.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
I would.
the shorts, maybe.
I like the man spread as well.
Would have been a bad idea.
The tie would have blocked yours. My
It
tie's a little too
It could go short. Mine could go shorter.
Oh.
I could just use this piece, actually.
I use a bow tie for that.
Yeah. This covers my balls.
Makes them look distinguished. Sorry, guys.
Chippendale test.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my God, AC/DC. Let's get into it. Let's stop talking about our nuts.
Epic band that it's really probably the hardest band so far that we've done our group. It's been impossible to pick 5 songs.
Of course, yeah.
End,
and I'm not even gonna get into we're gonna talk about them and just our absolute love because that's just honestly what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's they're the best. I'm not gonna get into dates and all sorts of crazy. Some dates, there's some important dates within the band that are important. But my God, even just hearing AC/DC as a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Fucking jacked.
That
Just, you're ready to go.
That's the thing. I remember AC/DC pretty much being a part of my whole life.
Of course, man. Because
from as soon as my consciousness got switched on at whatever age that happens, like you say 4 for that. Yeah, AC/DC was a part of it.
Yeah.
There was a riff. There's a riff from AC/DC going in my head from the time I can remember till now.
I have always wanted an SG guitar, which is what Angus Young plays. And before I played guitar, when I was from 4 to 8, I was like, that's the dopest looking thing.
Well, yeah.
It just looks dope.
Angus was like some sort of character you look up to.
Of course.
Even
who's this
a hero
skinny,
or something.
ugly dude shredding
look at that outfit
at guitar
and look at the moves
it.
he's making. Even what you were doing. Yeah, exactly. And to finish that ensemble, it came with the guitar. So yeah, it was just as pleasurable even before you played music because it was part of his costume.
Red.
That was his costume.
Mahogany.
Yeah.
And that's 61 Gibson SG. With
even
the
when you
single
see one of
guard.
those.
But then he got his standard. He got his double later on.
Yeah. But just seeing those in the wild, I'll call it the wild, or down at West Coast Custom Guitars.
Yeah.
You see that and you think of Angus. It's just so associated with him. That's him.
Absolutely. And there are bands that
it's
kind
Captain America's shield.
Yeah. Well, let's just get into the. I started the SG thing, so now I can't stop.
Yeah.
It's that guitar is Frank Zappa used the guitar who we did an episode on, but the Doors use that guitar. That guitar has been used on countless albums
from legendary people.
But it is synonymous with AC fucking DC and Angus Young. That is what's up. 100%.
And that just also lets you know the impact and what AC/DC means to the world and how much more. Because Frank Zappa and those people you mentioned, they're legendary too. So
100%.
For Angus to be the one, it's and to always be that one. He's just always been that. for that guitar.
And they're loud. They're loud, but like his distortion isn't what you like. It's not as distorted as you think to like get that sound.
No,
it's
not at
really
all.
not.
No,
like
it was his style that made it sound like that.
And they're one of these bands. He's one of these guitar players that for some reason, because they're just like these whatever bluesy licks, people think they're like really easy to do.
Right.
Find me a person who can play Back in Black, like that exact lick properly.
Oh,
everyone always tries, and it's always wrong. There's always a little bit wrong,
something,
a little something that's just off.
I call it the Angus factor.
And this the Angus.
It's the Angus beef.
It's
just bro. It's not. It hasn't been cooked properly.
Oh man,
and you can't do it unless you
tasty.
Right? Yeah, it's just and. I think even AC/DC, I like the idea that they're just like, you're not to take them too seriously either. Like, they're not deep. Their lyrics aren't deep. They never mean anything besides usually misogyny or something. Or
yeah.
But whatever. Like, it's just meant, they're not to be taking any, like, you don't read into them. It's just to go with the music. It's music first.
Yeah.
And it was Angus Young first. And it was about those licks.
Of course.
Those licks.
A rare case where it was like, of course, and we'll get into the lead singer aspect of this band in a second, but we're like, Angus is fucking Angus. And it's like, that's who the band is.
That's who
the band is.
That's right.
That being said, I also think a big part of that band, and I know they're touring without him because he's fortunately passed away, is Malcolm.
Malcolm, yeah.
So there's something about a family, especially
dynamic,
two brothers,
like Oasis. Like they'll never be the same without Liam and Noel.
100%. There's something about that connection, dude, of someone playing rhythm guitar, and Malcolm wrote so many of those fucking songs too.
Right, and how could you have a closer connection than your own blood? Like,
you're literally both racing home.
You've literally been playing guitar
school.
or instruments together.
You're both racing home from school so that you could practice together. And like that's why you have the school outfit, because he wouldn't even change out of it.
Exactly. Exactly. They didn't have time. It wasn't about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unlike 99% of the other bands and people, you find a connection with someone, but it's later in life and you come together, and you can't replicate the connection of brothers that played instruments from the beginning.
Oh, playing together.
And imagine playing together from the beginning until you're 70, 80 years old.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's just wow.
And Malcolm's guitar was super sick. I know it's an Epiphone. I can't remember. It's like an M something. I can't ever remember the name of it. Really cool, like I call it like the Bob Barker microphone fucking whammy bar, that like thin jammer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he never used.
Probably not. It was.
He probably just said screw that shit. It was like,
it was just there for luck.
The rhythm guitar is so sick, dude. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, as much as you think about those licks, the rhythm in AC/DC is what the driving force is.
And they'll double up on shit, and then when they do the harmonizing stuff, it's like unbelievable. That connection is just it's second to none. What can you say? Then you get into like lead singers.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a band who had tragedy right at the beginning.
Name me one other band that, and not even necessarily like the beginning. They were like peaking, dude. Like they were like, it was about to blow the fuck up for them.
Right, exactly. That's exactly.
Bon Scott singing.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like they're about to they're right on the cusp. Like they're fucking really well known down under, and like some Europe shit, but they're about to bust.
This is it.
Bust in the States. And then I think like February 19th, something like that, is when Bon Scott passes away, 1980.
Yeah, 1980. Well, that's when, and then that same year, the Back in Black.
And then in July, Back in Black comes out
with
Brian Johnson. Who the fuck comes out with Back in Black is well considered one of the best rock albums of all time, front to back. Like it just is. It's like kind of it's fact at this point. It's not like it's just 100%. Kind of fact.
Yeah.
After you're right about to bust, and you're fucking your lead singer
dies from alcohol poisoning, like
choking on his own. Yeah,
from just partying too much. Because you get the news, like you're on tour, you're about to explode, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And then it all just stops.
Yeah, he like went back and slept in the back of a car after drinking heavily one night, and they all boozed pretty hard.
Sure, of course, man. Everybody was at this time. Like alcohol, to die from alcohol like that is lesser than what most of them were dying from.
Yeah, it was. Right. He passed. I guess he was on his back and threw up and choked. And that was just fucking terrible.
And then have you ever heard Johnson's old band Gordy? Like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So exactly. Johnson comes from this old band Gordy. Pretty different, way different.
Pretty soft.
Pretty soft stuff.
Pretty soft stuff.
And then Back in Black, like you said, like, and then from then it was just on. That was it. They still exploded out of the gate, and when in the midst of tragedy, like
unbelievable. Name me one other band that's done it. Your lead singer died. Now, part of this might be because, like we said, Angus is such a big part of that band. But look at the albums like Highway to Hell, High Voltage, like all that shit. There's just so many albums with Bon.
You're right. I think if Bon was the driving force behind the band, this would have been I don't know if they would have recovered like that. But when you have someone like Angus in a band that started this band, like that's the driving force. So it's like not to diminish other parts of a band, but if a member of the band dies and you're the leader, you're going to continue.
Unbelievable. Usually your band's kind of still your lead singer. It's still your lead singer.
A lead singer is the biggest part, most noticeable most times.
For sure. And he knew what to find. And, people love Bon Scott.
And it was a perfect fit.
And then Brian Johnson comes in and just lays down these. How has he been singing like that for so long? How many notes has he developed? Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense. You can't be screaming like that for 50 years, dude. Like,
and
what?
And then you hear recently, like, their latest, just before their last album, they released an album in 2020.
Yeah.
But just before that, the reason he has to take time off, it's not his voice, it's his hearing.
Yeah, it's his hearing.
And and you would think his voice would go
This
first.
is great because they said about his hearing, they're like, oh, it's because he's really into cars and like racing and especially drag racing.
Okay.
So it's from being at the track. I'm like, is it? Or is it from being the lead singer of AC/DC
for 4 decades? Like maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I'm sure the fucking the cars didn't help.
Who has something against the car industry much?
Stacks of martial ants that have been following this man around for the last 4 decades.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah. What kind of car is
he shifted to second.
Oh God.
I get it. It's drag racing, but fucking give me a break.
Yeah,
we all know why.
That's wild to think about.
But I heard they were going to like replace him, and then what happened?
But that's the thing. He took time off. I'm sure he's the lead singer of AC/DC. You have the best doctors, you have the best things, you get things fixed. But at that time, it was dire. It was like, this is it. Like he's gonna lose his hearing. But okay, so I want to mention this is the one tour I really wish I could have seen. They still went on tour with Axl Rose as the lead singer for AC/DC. Like, and it was nothing but positive reviews and everything about it. And I
really,
100%, dude.
I don't get my hate up for a lot of dudes,
dude. I understand what you're saying, but this is why this is so shocking of a thing.
Yeah.
Because even when I heard it, I was like, what? That dude works with nobody. Like that guy is like. But again, look what he's done in the last 5 to 6 years. Slash, who said he would never ever work with him again ever. The whole band is back together,
right?
Like, and they've been working together as a cohesive unit this whole time. You're like, how long is this gonna last? And I get it. But then for him to work with a whole other band,
he loosened up his cornrows.
Something happened.
That's what's up. But you loosened those cornrows.
But it was nothing but good. The tour went the whole tour. It was sold out. Nobody complained. They weren't showing up 4 hours late like ACD or like Guns N' Roses does here in Vancouver.
Yeah,
and then
but without
riots.
even Guns N' Roses, that was just fucking Rose.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I don't even know if Buckethead was playing that.
Yeah, I love Buckethead.
I do too. But
I know. No, I understand. But I get it. I understand the hate. It's Axl Rose, the hardest man to work with from everybody's rock story throughout the '90s, and I get it, man. But I think he's turned over a new leaf. Anyway, this has gotten away from AC/DC, but my point is, I really wish I'd seen that live.
I think seeing them live at any kind of point is just like the
like
best.
To see Angus Young.
You know, you're wearing
Axl Rose.
You got
together.
a jean jacket on,
And
maybe a Mickey a Fireball.
Exactly. Oh, and I'm going there revving my car, losing hearing.
Yeah, dude.
So. But yeah, so I don't know, man. AC/DC's still doing it, and now Brian is back, and his hearing is good again. So, well, they made it work. So it's good news to hear he didn't lose his hearing and stuff. And
it is good to hear.
It's good to hear that, and not sign it to him.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad he could hear that. Yeah, man. Anything else you wanted to add to AC? Another thing. They got a lot of hate in the 80s and early 90s for being like demonic and devil worshippers.
Yeah, there was the whole Son of Sam situation, or the Nightcrawler, and Night Stalker.
Then they even said AC/DC stood for like Antichrist, devil child.
Yeah.
And all this stuff.
When really it was just the plug-in and battery for the sewing machine that his sister had. She literally
That's
gave
pretty
him the name.
evil. That was the most evil sewing machine I've ever. I heard that thing sewed up some horrors.
Well, yeah, because they had the song Night Stalker or Night Prowler, and then there was the Night Stalker, and he was wearing. They found an AC/DC hat at one of the crime scenes.
AC/DC hats and all the
it was just one.
And he said that they made me do it.
The best, like when they talked to him about it. Also, the best interviews. I'll give 2 interviews. They were like, they get like, whoa, if you listen to Night Prowler, it's like, it sounds like it kind of, but it's like he's just sneaking out to go bang his girlfriend. Like that's
why I mentioned earlier in this show that they're not deep lyrics. They're mostly misogynistic stuff or something. It's really nothing.
It's usually just about chicks, dude. Like
you Christians are reading too much into this shit.
And my favorite Angus Young quotes of all time is they do get a lot of flack for they have a particular sound and they don't really stray from that.
It's true.
And they have for a year, whatever. And some people like it and some people don't. You're crazy if you don't.
There's room for all of this in the world.
Yeah.
There's room for a band like AC/DC to be AC/DC all the time.
Yeah.
Why
bands.
They're still selling out stadiums if they were to go on tour today.
Yeah.
Why would they change that? And they're enjoying it. They've obviously been enjoying it. They've been doing it for 4 decades or more now. So just and they've been through so much tragedy, especially recently. Even with Malcolm, he had a horrible ending in his life and stuff with dementia and stuff. So but they're still rocking to they surprised us with an album in 2020.
Yeah, dude. So this reporter gets I don't know when this was, but he's like, yeah, how do you feel that you've made 12 albums that all sound the same? And Angus goes, it's bullshit. We've made 13 that all sound the same. That's just that's the best shit
and
ever.
That's the attitude. Exactly. Absolutely, man.
Okay, let's get into
you
top
want to get
5.
into some songs?
Número 5.
Let's do it. All right, I'll start us off here.
Giver.
Obviously the biggest for me, biggest for most people out there, you got Thunderstruck.
Oh,
I know we're probably gonna have some crossover tunes here. It's AC/DC. It's like I said, it's so hard. But Thunderstruck, man, that opening,
Thunderstruck's so good, you'll see him in front of bagpipes playing that track.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe tip him well because he's like, "Oh, bro, it's Thunderstruck."
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just a song worldwide, noticed as just one of the greatest. Another what a lick opening. Once you hear that and the rest of the song, you're just in a trance.
He's just doing it with one hand.
Yeah. Watch these live, because to see Angus doing these
listen to the live album.
Nothing against the rest of the band, but watching Angus, and I got to see him live.
And still to this day, he's killing it. He's moving. He's doing the Chuck Berry duck walk, fucking everywhere. He's got that one weird foot stomp thing, and
it's still him
giving her, dude.
He's giving her. He's gonna be another Keith Richards type who's just here forever,
still smoking.
Still, exactly. But to see, and I saw them live at Sarstock. Do you remember Sarstock back in when we had SARS? It was a horrible SARS outbreak. Speaking of pandemics or whatever.
So why not have a concert and get everyone together?
Justin Timberlake, Rush, and AC/DC, and the Rolling Stones.
Who opened for who?
And the Rolling Stones. Well, Justin obviously throughout the day, but it was a whole day long festival.
All right.
With 1 million people at Downsview Park.
Wow.
And this was wild. But to see that, Angus is a show. So watch them live is pretty much all I'm saying.
I just want to hear AC/DC do Justin Timberlake songs out.
Yeah.
Back.
They were throwing water bottles at Justin. It was bad.
Just a bunch of denim jackets.
Dude, everyone is so
vests.
angry. Yeah. I was like, why is everyone so angry? I'm a JT lover, but anyway, we'll do an episode on them soon.
Down.
Song 2, Back in Black. for from 1980 Back in Black album, like
just that count off the top.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that?
Like into the riffage, like you said, even the rhythm, like the rhythms in that track, they're so strong. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful, man.
So
beautiful. And song 3, Highway to Hell. And this track, this just brings me back to when I heard this as a kid. This was the rebellious part of me going, "Oh my God, they're on a highway to hell!" Like being raised as a hardcore
that must have been
religious person, right? So hearing this and knowing that and reading the lyrics and just watching the video, and you're like, "Oh my God, this is so bad, I can't turn away." And that was the connection for me, and it's so good. Just to screw your stairway to heaven. We're on a highway to hell.
Yeah.
And that was
essentially
incredible.
what that was.
That was what that was.
Yeah.
And again, this didn't help their satanic outlook, or not outlook, but view at the time either. But hey, big on them. I loved it. It connected with so many. Highway to Hell is huge. Let's see, song 4. Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. Again from Back in Black in 1980. Like, rock and roll. Like, it's so catchy.
And the timing of that track is too. Yeah,
dude. But once it's in you as a musician, like that, that timing is so ingrained.
Yeah, there's some sweet accents there.
Sweet job on that song.
Yeah,
there's that riff catches me. Like I can't help but just get in a mode when I hear that.
Yeah, dude.
I'd be on the bus and I'll be in my seat and I'll just start going.
Yeah,
people
just
looking around thinking I'm going crazy, but I am. Final song. Let's go with this one was tough. I liked It's a Long Way to the Top. If you want to rock and roll that high voltage,
shout out Russ School of Rock.
Yeah, exactly. But so since it's, I'll go TNT.
Ooh.
Like that's
Dynamite.
TNT again. Those three.
The amount of explosion references throughout.
They were known as pyromaniacs and Satanists.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
Yeah. But those are my tracks. TNT, explosive track. What a great title for it. It's explosive. Yeah, Dynamite. Yeah, another chanting.
There's a bunch of oys, lots of oys. Kind of the first oi punk band. Dude.
Yeah, really.
Right?
It's
like Dirty
they're
Deeds.
Australian. They have to.
Yeah,
they have to do that. Dirty Deeds.
I'm calling it now. It's easy. First oi punk band.
First oi. That's so true, man. Man, we used to sing. We changed. I didn't know if it was Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap. We used to change the lyrics to Dirty Deeds Done with Sheep. And
I love that when you got homies growing up that just
we're all just singing that same track. But yeah, those are my 5.
That's a good one.
You got, bud?
All right. What should I open with here? Okay.
It's tough. I know this is one of the hardest, like I said, for me personally.
For those about to rock. That guitar intro, it's got this little D formation up on the 12 and oh my God. And then there's cannons by the end of the fucking jam. Fire!
Explosions
more
cannons.
explosive. We'll continue with the other, cannons, bro.
But you're right.
They bring out 12 cannons on stage and give you a 12 cannon salute.
You're right. With that intro, that goes back to what you were saying. That's not easy stuff, and that's an Angus touch like that.
Yeah,
that's a perfect example of that.
And that's like a no pick situation. Like it's a three kind of he did a ton of hybrid stuff to picking and stuff like that. True. It wasn't all pick. That's about to rock. God damn it, that song is good.
Yeah.
A touch too much. Woo. Oh man, that's a fucking great goddamn jam. The bass in that is
man. Yeah, that's a good example of like what the other members as well. Like they were like in that song, like for the bass to be a bit of a forefront for that too was.
Who Made Who is like such a good jam, dude. It's got a very Thunderstruck-esque lick when like after the second verse kind of comes in. Oh, a lot of littles, bud.
A lot of littles.
A lot of littles. It is so tasty. I always love Malcolm's backups on tracks too. It's just like it's nothing crazy. It's not like but he's there and it like really fucking helps the jams out a shit ton.
And that's the thing. You can't have too many guys trying to be the star or the forefront. Like you have to have that back. You have to have the band. You have to have the lock in place.
Okay.
And Malcolm was that.
Okay, that was Touch Too Much?
Yep.
Okay. And then these both, I believe, are off Back in Black. Let Me Put My Love Into You. Let me put my love into you, babe. Let me put my love on the line.
Number one misogynistic track.
Let me cut your cake with my knife. Deep shit, dude. Real
so deep. Yeah, read into those lyrics. Yeah, they're so deep. Yeah.
Exactly. And then I'm gonna close it out with this is like a super like feel like kind of B-side on Back in Black. Giving a dog a bone. Giving a dog a bone. Giving a dog a bone. It's just like I'm just giving a. It's a song about giving a dog a bone. It's like similar kind of riffs. It's always kind of a bit of a play. They love that A minor shit. They love A. E's popular as well. It's all the good.
They're very big.
The good guitar shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's like what you want to be playing to.
Yeah.
And their shit is so much fun to play, even if you can't quite like trying to get it absolutely perfect is so much fun.
But when you recognize it and you're playing, it's such a great feeling.
Yeah, dude. It is. Oh man, if you are so lucky to go down to West Coast Guitars and get yourself a Gibson SG, you can get the Angus Young model, which I think is basically the standard. Only there's a little devil on the top of the headstock and then a plate that is engraved Angus. Yeah, he's like a little devil in a school outfit.
In a school outfit, of course. Yeah.
There
you go.
Yeah, man. All right. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Let's Talk Musique. Make sure you like, subscribe.
Share, comment, anything.
Yeah,
give us something.
We appreciate
show us some love. We love you.
We love you. So love us back.
Love us back.
Big thank you to West Coast Guitars. Go check them out at 2741 East Hastings Street in Vancouver, British Columbia. 2741 East Hastings. Until next time, gang. Peace.
Peace.